Hello. I'm waiting here while it says that Facebook is building an audience for me. So I'm going to wait here a couple of minutes while some of you get here and you can tell me if you can hear me. So once you can see me, let me know if you can hear me. I'm trying to figure out this angle for this. I bought like a holder for my phone and I'm like, I don't know what the angle is good. So okay, I see a couple people are starting to join now. So if you are here and you can see me and hear me, let me know. Give me a like or a comment or something like that, just so that I know that you can hear me. And then I'll get started here in a couple of minutes. I see a like. That must mean that you can hear me. Mia's here. Hi, Mia. You can see my hair going on here. I had big plans of like getting myself ready and like to look super cute for Facebook Live. It didn't happen. Today, my son decided that he was crazy. He's no longer like our sweet little 2.5-year-old. Now he's just crazy. So today I'm feeling a bit frazzled. So it was a long day of work and then grocery shopping and then dealing with a crazy toddler, and now I'm just exhausted. So okay, so I want to go ahead and get started because I'm exhausted. I want to go watch a little bit of the World Series. Hopefully Cleveland wins. They aren't off to a very good start, but I want to watch a little bit of that before I pass out, which is probably what I'm going to do most likely anyway. Mia, can you hear me okay? Give me a like or a thumbs up or something. Just let me know you can hear me okay. I'm trying not to talk super loud too because I don't want to wake up my son. And I just kicked there we go. And I just kicked my husband out of the living room so that he would go back in the bedroom, because I noticed in the last Facebook Live you could actually see the coldness coming from me every time I took a breath. So anyway, okay, I'm gonna go get started. Hi, Jess. My little Jessalina. Okay, so for those of you who don't know me, I know those of you who are on here right now do know me, but just in case, for anybody who watches later, I'm Sarah. I'm the creator and editor and what's happening with my hair of Holl Lane. I started the magazine back in 2015. June 2015, so we're doing this about 16 months now. This was hi Madison, this was our 10th issue that we just released today, so I'm super excited about it for several reasons. One of the main reasons is that this is the first issue that I feel like is us. Like, I know who we really are, I know what we're really trying to do now, and I'm really excited for the direction that the magazine is going to go. The mission has always been the same, to tell these stories that we think are super important to hear that people aren't talking about, but we've kind of honed in on this now, and we're really making sure that that is at the focus of everything that we do. So you'll see that in this issue. There's no longer different sections or anything, it's just the stories. Everything is based around a story. Even if it is a recipe, it's still based around a story. So I'm going to go ahead and get started and show you this issue that came out today. Like I said, I'm super excited about it, and I'm pretty sure that in Facebook you see everything backwards, so sorry about that, just use your imagination. So here is the cover. Super excited about this cover. It's very dark, kind of moody, kind of blurry, kind of I love the feel of it for winter, so I was really excited about this one. Let's see, and then let's get started here. So, editor's letter, you know, that's me. So, does anybody actually read these? I hope that you do, because it actually takes me a long time to write these. So, editor's letter, and then we have our H&L girl for this issue, Devin Danielle. She is a business coach, and she does a lot of supporting and things like that for different entrepreneurs. She has her own community called Bold Belonging. That's a great community. I'm a part of it as well. And the people in it are very supportive, so I highly suggest looking that up. And then we did the list like we usually do, our books, movies, and movie recommendation. Books, music, movies. I don't know what I said the first time. So the different recommendations that we have for here based on family. And then our story behind the song here, this is Alice Christensen. She has a country song out called Twilight Blue, and so Mia, she interviewed her to talk a little bit more about the purpose behind the song and things like that. You may also notice in this issue that there are advertorials. We've started offering just a few advertisements per issue just to kind of help offset the costs of making the magazine. It's much more expensive than I ever anticipated it to be, and the more we print, the more expensive it is, and things like that. So we decided to open up our pages to advertisers that we felt had a beautiful story. And so I highly recommend reading all of these as well. I know probably normally in advertorials you just kind of skip through, but these people went through and told us the story behind their business, and I think that's really incredible. This first one is Olive Cole Jewelry, which actually I got an email from her a couple of days ago saying that she had shut down her store because she had 2 other businesses that she was running and needed to focus on her family. So this business no longer exists, but the jewelry is beautiful and it's still a great story, so I recommend reading it. The first story in here is called Childhood Values, and this by our friend Christine. She is a beautiful writer. I love everything that she writes. I read her blog every day. So she wrote this story kind of about growing up and things like that. It's really beautiful. This next story, sorry, I'm trying to, it's really hard to see and show you at the same time, but it's called Shame of the Perfect, and this is essentially an Instagram community that shows the real honest side of parenting, not just the picture perfect, oh look how beautiful my child is, it's the real side of parenting, and I love that. I love their mission behind it, and they have a really great community going. So we have several of the pictures from that they submitted through their website and things. I love this one. So it's a great little community to check out. This is one of my favorite stories in the magazine. It's called Juniper's Heart. This is a woman who I had been following personally on Instagram for a couple years. Her Instagram handle is at @the_borrowed_heart. Juniper here, when she was a newborn, they discovered she needed a heart transplant. So if you can imagine what that was like for her family when they were growing up, or when she was, first born, and to have to see your baby go through that, I can't even imagine. So this is a really beautiful story, and one of my favorite quotes in it is, "I often thought about the donor's mother. It broke my heart to think about the parents that would be on the other side of all of this." So knowing that, another child had to die in order for Juniper to live, I can't imagine what something like that would feel like either. But so it's a really beautiful story about organ donation, and then at the end we include a little bit of information about how you can become an organ donor as well. So this poem is called 6 Little Letters. It's written by our very own Mia as well. She'll be writing a poem for each issue because she's really good like that. And then there's another article or another advertorial by Along Came a Box, and I absolutely love this idea. It's the idea that you send a gift box to someone for a special occasion like a birthday, and inside there are all of these little gifts with an hour of the day. And the idea is that the person will open 1 gift per hour for the day, a whole day or a half day. And I just love that idea. I think it's fantastic. I know my sister and her girlfriends were really excited about this as well. So definitely a good present idea to check out, especially with the holidays coming up. So this one is a home tour. It's called Black, White, and Bright All Over. So this is kind of still keeping with our interiors features, but telling a little bit more about the story behind it. And let's see. you know, she had, I want to live in here. Like, her roots are just gorgeous. So, and then we go to Shield Sisters Initiative. This is another advertorial. And they're a group of 3 women who are out to empower women with their coaching programs and things like that. And we've featured a couple of the women now so far, and they're fantastic. So they also have a Facebook group, so something else that definitely you should check out. This article is called For the Love of Two Dads. It's about a same-sex couple looking to adopt a child and kind of the things that they had to go through in order to have their little baby girl in their lives, and different things that they think that people should know about the process, especially same-sex couples. They weren't really sure what they were getting into because, of course, you hear all the horror stories, and luckily they didn't experience too much of that, but it's a beautiful story. This one is called The Values of Haiti, and this is kind of a photo journal of Sarah, who had gone to Haiti. She's gone now a few times, and her last time she went as a photographer for her church. And she talks in here about the values of how they value family and the different, essentially just, you know, the different values and things like that that they experience in their communities and their neighborhoods in Haiti. So it's a beautiful story. It's beautifully written, and the photos are great too. This story is called Silent Voices. And this is about a mother who learns that her child has autism and the different challenges that she has faced. Hi, Caitlin. The different challenges that she's faced in raising him, the way that society looks at him, you know, the different challenges that she's had while he's been growing up and, you know, while he's in school, and, you know, the effect that it has on her relationship as an adult with her husband and things like that as well. This one is called For the Benefit of the Working Mom. You know, we always hear about women who are looking, you know, it's kind of one end of the spectrum or the other. Some women want to be a stay-at-home mom. Some women only want to work. And so she's kind of talking about why it's a good thing if you're a working mom and how that goes for her. So I loved that, especially because I am a working mom. So this beautiful one is how to incorporate family heirlooms within your home. So again, kind of going along with the interiors, but also tracing it back to family for the theme of the issue. And 1, 2, 3, 4, she gives 5 tips on how to incorporate them. And just look at this chair. Totally obsessed with that chair. I want that chair in my house. This is My Icelandic Journey. And it is a photo journal of Melissa's trek through Iceland. And if you don't want to go to Iceland after looking at these pictures, then you're probably never going to want to go, because these are just incredible. So she took a solo journey to Iceland, and it's kind of about how, you know, that all was for her and things like that. And it's just, the pictures are phenomenal. So another picture there. Let's see, a couple more pictures there. I mean, it's just beautiful. Like, I want to book my ticket now, I think. So, has anybody been to Iceland? If you have, let me know. And then tell me if it's worth it, because I really want to go now. This article is called Defining Hope. And this is one that, while I was putting it together, I had a hard time with, because it just kind of ripped my heart out. It's about a woman named Jennifer who found out that her brother, who was a Marine, was killed in the Iraq War. So, and about, you know, how everything that transpired up to that point, and then also about what it has been like since then. And it's beautifully written, and the way that she took his death and just made it more into, you know, not something absolutely traumatizing for the rest of her life, but how she has chosen to move on and look at the good in things is really beautiful. This advertorial here is from Simply Chic Jewelry. Rachel has been a supporter of ours from the very beginning, and I love her jewelry. It's simple, it's minimal, and it's the kind of stuff that you can wear every single day. So definitely check that out, and also there's a discount code for you. This one is called The Boy Who Changed My Life, and it's about a story of adoption. In here you can see the family here. This is Allie here, and this is the boy that was adopted. And one of my favorite parts of this entire story is she says, "Long before we ever heard of a boy called Apollo, he was my brother." So it's about their journey to adopt him and bringing him into their family and things like that. It's fantastic. I love this story. This I just wanted to point out real quick is something that I've already seen popping up a lot, and it makes me really excited. I put something in here that says, "If you see something beautiful and someone speak it, people deserve the right to know of their wonderfulness." And I know that a few people have been sending that to their friends and things like that, and I think that's wonderful because that's kind of exactly the point. People should always know of their wonderfulness. Here's another advertorial by Spa Time. Nancy started this as a new beginning for herself after working in the medical field and things like that. And I love the background to her story and the way that she creates her product. Here's a recipe. It's written by our friend Christine, who's done several recipes for us in the past, and this is kind of about her family tradition that they do at their house each year. And so that gives you, it looks like it's mostly like a sponge cake with some icing, so can't go wrong with that. This here is called Dreaming of a White Kitchen. And it's a beautiful renovation that Sheila and her husband did, and it's all so pretty and sparkly and clean looking, and it's great. This one is called When Your Parents Split as an Adult, and I love Melinda's story here because normally when you hear about parents divorcing, it's when the children are very young. So when her in-laws got divorced, what that was like for them, I thought that was kind of incredible, how it can still shake you up so much even though, you're obviously older. And then our last story in here is Postcards from Louisville. We do these in each issue featuring a different city. And I love this one that Madeline did for us. The different places you can and should visit if you are ever visiting Louisville. So she did a great job of showing various areas. This one, I really want to go to that. See Louisville Slugger Museum and Factory. So, and then the very last one that we always do is the 5 questions with, and this is Ashley Bowden. Hopefully I'm saying that correctly. She created Fire and Wind Company. Some of you who are business owners may know her from creating the Imperfect Boss hashtag and that kind of movement and everything. It's incredible. So with these last page questions, we always ask the same questions to different women, and it's really fun to see how everybody answers differently and what's really important to them and things like that. So that is the entire issue. So, as I said, this one is all about family, and we thought that was kind of a perfect theme for being right before the holidays. And yeah, I think that's kind of it. If anybody has any questions, let me know. But I just wanted to take you through a real quick walkthrough of it. We actually sold out of this issue during our pre-order, so I had to order some more. So we don't have too many left of them. We have, I just had a few more orders, so I think we're down to maybe around 20 print copies left. So if anybody wants a print copy, make sure that you do that soon. Obviously, we have infinite digital copies, but I've been told that having these in your hand is much better. For those of you who haven't actually held one of these, I want to tell you it's not like the normal grocery store magazine that you might think of. It's things are much heavier weight. The pages inside are much thicker. It's more of a book than a magazine. It's these stories that are always going to be relevant, are always going to be important, are always going to be necessary to keep telling. And I think that, having each of these issues is really important because there's always going to be something in here that you can relate to. I would think especially in this family issue because we all have family. So, ooh, I like that, Caitlin. This magazine is a piece of art for your mind and your coffee table. I like that, and I might have to steal that at some point. So I think that's it from me. If anybody has any questions, let me know. Of course, you can always email me at editor@hollandlanemag.com. And to pick up this issue, just go to hollandlanemag.com/shop. I think I left it in like the description of this video. You can pick up one issue, or you can go in and subscribe. However you want to read it, we just want you to read it, and I hope that you will also share it. So, and for those of you who joined in our Thunderclap campaign, that was fantastic today, and I'm really excited that we did that, so that might be something that we do each time going forward. So thank you to all of you who were a part of that and helped us spread the word about this. I'm really excited. So, Samantha, I hope that you do get your copy soon, and I'm glad that you caught me live too, even though I feel like a frazzled mess right now. So I'm going to go watch the World Series for probably about 20 minutes, and then I'm going to go pass out. So thank you guys all for being here, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.